Hi, Dan Hunt here with SJC Management. Today we have a guest, and this is Judi from Alliance 2020, and she is with the screening company. This is the company that we use to screen tenants for the homes that we are attempting to rent. So we're going to run a few questions across Judi, and these are the most frequently asked questions that we get from callers. Number one would be, what kind of a credit score do we need?
In most cases, we go off a 620 or above, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the property manager uses that score. They're going to read all the information and, of course, the feedback they get from you and make a final decision.
That's true. We do work with people that don't have to have perfect credit scores, but in that case, we want to look at the rest of the application. We want to look at their rental history. We want to look at their income. We want to look at money owed to past managers or rental companies or landlords. So those are the kind of things that we're looking for too, so it's not all based on credit.
Absolutely.
The next question we get a lot is, what about student loans, medical collections? Are those negatively impacting ability to rent?
Well, according to what we heard about the medical collections, they're less than 5% of the credit score at this point, due to the fact that they're not updated correctly. On the student loans, I would highly recommend any of your people to be aware that's a federal loan and they're going to have to pay it no matter what. Sometimes it gets behind because they created another one when they extended it or whatever. So they can call and get that corrected, and they should.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Another common question that we get is, why does the process take so long? Yeah.
That's a good point.
Tenants or potential tenants are always, everybody's in a hurry, and they want to know what's taking so long.
I get it, and I understand it. We go out to research, and I'm going to give your tenants a little helpful hint from us. We have to go out and process with the previous history of where they rented from.
Their previous landlord.
Yes, and we would really appreciate it if they give that landlord heads up and they need to answer these questions for you.
That can be a delay, waiting for them to respond to the questions.
Correct. And we don't want to hold it up, so we'll send it on if we can't get it, but they can help us a lot that way.
I think another point to make is when you're doing an application for a rental property or even a loan for anything, a lot of people look at their phone when it rings and they don't recognize that number, and they don't answer.
Right.
That could be somebody that's asking a legitimate question that need an answer to help move along your application. So please answer your phone when you're in the middle of applications and that sort of thing, because we do get a lot of that. Well, nobody ever called and
we can send it by fax. We asked if they would prefer it, so we can do either way.
Okay.
We just need documentation.
Just need the documentation. The other thing, the last thing I think we'll touch on today is criminal records and felonies. I actually got a call yesterday. What felonies? How does that impact an applicant?
Well, that's a good question, and that depends a lot on how the property management knows or what happens. We report the records that we get where applicable, okay? And I usually say there's probably a story behind each, and I'm sure that you make the right decision after looking at the process and also seeing what's pending on them, if there's other crimes that they haven't been tried for, and make the right decision. We leave that totally up to the property manager.
Okay, and we do follow federal and local guidelines for what to accept, what not to accept. We won't go into that today. But really, thanks a lot, Judi. I appreciate you coming in. I hope this wasn't too boring and didn't put anybody asleep, but I'm hoping it helped a lot of folks that are just curious about the whole process of putting in an application.
Well, great. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet.